There is a huge window of opportunity before the year's end to make a choice. Not a choice that requires the mind or pros and cons or anything logical. It's a choice of the heart. This choice is simple, yet it is deep. Do I want to experience true love in this lifetime? Do I want to feel lit up from within? Do I want to know what fulfillment is truly like? Do I want to have first-hand experience with deep soul satisfaction? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then you have to face the truth. Ask yourself two critical questions. What is creating distance between me and who I want to be? Why don't I feel that my ideal life is actually available to me? Hi, I'm Tony, an intuitive channel, artist, and guide who shares light codes and embodied wisdom to support collective ascension. The message I got from Source is this: we must remember why we are here. We are here to create, to experience the fullness of life, and to truly be. And I know this world is not always easy to be in. There's external and global turmoil, terrorism, poverty, pain, and it's all in the collective frequency that we can all not only witness but feel. And it's constantly being fed to us in the news. And this is not just to neutrally inform us, by the way. This is fed to us in the way that it's fed to us for us to use our collective power against ourselves, to essentially co-sign on the notion that this world is beyond help and that it's all hopeless. Then, even more of us co-sign to the false idea that our lives can expand, improve, or feel more satisfying than it is. And therefore, we choose more of the same and we call it fate. But this is the truth. We are so loved by Source God that God gave us the power to choose. This is free will within a very much tampered with and challenging game, the Matrix. But this year offers a powerful vortex of energy that we can all work with at a personal and collective level. But it starts with self-honesty. It starts with stepping outside of the collective frequency for a moment and feeling into your own frequency, finding your own rhythm, your own song. What does it sound like? What do you sound like? Here's how I do it. I tune into myself. I sit in silence for a few minutes and I just feel. I feel into my body. Sometimes I can even feel other people's energy lift right off of me. Right now, I feel anxious to be talking. I feel curious about what's coming next in my life. I feel excited to go sit on my balcony. I feel content in this moment and a bit anxious. And the longer I sit, the more I tune in, the more I feel just my baseline, my own energy. Your frequency won't be like anyone else's frequency. It's your own song. This song is one that comes from your soul. As you listen to it day to day, what is it asking you to do? What is it asking you to change, to shift? What doesn't feel quite right that you've been allowing for some time now? What has been draining you that you know you no longer need in your life? Where's your focus and attention? Tune into that soul song by getting quiet. Go within. How? How do you go within? People always talk about going within. You take space for yourself, even for just a few minutes a day. You don't need to do hours of meditation. You can also connect to nature. I love the trees. I'll go touch a tree and just feel rooted and grounded. There's journaling. Journaling helps you connect with yourself But don't just skim the surface. Be brutally honest and real with yourself. What is true? You can also move that creative energy, dance, scream, paint, create, move that stagnant energy. All of these are ways to hear what you are uniquely called to do. We don't need more people trying to do the same things and to keep chasing the same limited versions of success. Enough. No. We need your specific and potent medicine, ASAP. And the energetics of this year, 2025, support choice, soul sovereign choice. When you choose to follow your heart and soul over what society has conditioned you to choose, you are supported by all of creation. Things start to work in your favor. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. Love flows in with effortless ease, and life just feels lighter. I want to share a personal example of what it looks like to make a soul-aligned choice. 4 years ago, I left a job and a city and a life that just was not aligned for me. And after I did that, I needed to make some changes. I moved back to Atlanta, where I'm from. I moved in with my mom at 31 years old, essentially starting completely over. But that gave me the gift of rest. I was able to take a sabbatical for almost 2 years, resting and resetting my nervous system. I was able to spend almost 2 months in Jamaica with my dad, connecting with the land, connecting with my birthplace. That choice also led to me being cooped up in the suburbs and deciding to overcome my lifelong fear of driving. Yeah, I was terrified to drive. But I transcended that fear and I bought my first car. I made that investment. And the same day that I made that purchase, I felt literally the roads open up. I felt like so many more things were possible for me. Not only that, I came across $16,000 in an account I somehow forgot I had. So these are just ways that I was being shown that I was supported by the universe and by all of creation because of the choice I made to leave a timeline that was not supportive for me. Since I made that choice, it hasn't been perfect. There have been twists and turns, but it really has elevated and expanded my world. So, in the next few weeks, I want you to reflect on what shifts you really need to make in your life. Practice tuning out everything and everyone for at least 10 minutes per day and hear what comes through. Tune into your own frequency. What are you hearing from within? What is ready for your action? By October of 2025, explore what your life would look like if you made that one choice that scares you. And you know what I'm talking about. The one that you should do, but it's frightening. You don't know what's going to happen. Only visualize the best case scenario. You meet a new partner who is much more nourishing and supportive innately without you having to beg. You get a new job that has higher pay, it has better benefits, and it's way less stress. You move to a new city where you meet all of the right people and you feel less isolated. You get the house you've been dreaming of and everything works out, even in this economy. Feel into it. Feel into that future. Feel into that timeline, that possibility where it all works out. Feel into the ease. Feel into the freedom. Feel into the excitement. Feel it like it already happened. That is how we collapse time. And we create a future that is truly fulfilling. By December, take one major action towards grounding this new path you created energetically and felt into reality. What do I mean by this? Negotiate that raise or promotion. Have that necessary conversation about whether or not to continue your relationship. Initiate the process of moving into that new home or to that new city. Hire someone to help you do that thing you've been putting off for years. And in the new year, as these actions open up pathways to new possibilities, watch as everything falls into place. 2025 is a portal for choice, one that will place you on a higher timeline if you listen to the direction of your soul.